So you remember an episode or two ago, we took a look at new Ballast cars from Bowser. These cars are really nice cars, and they come with a built-in load. That was one of the discussion items that we had about them. And these are really nice cars. I'm happy with them so far. They pull well, and they look pretty nice. They come in with a built-in load that we're going to discuss on this episode. So stick around. The rub with this load here is that it's built in. It's not necessarily made to be removed. So there's kind of two issues with that. The first issue is that your particular railroad may not use ballast that looks like this. Whether you're on the Northeast Corridor, if you're on the BNSF Marshall sub, or you're on the CNW where you use Pink Lady ballast, it may not look like this. And the second issue is that if you're an operator like I am, you want to represent the car running empty sometimes. And with the ballast load being glued in or more or less semi-permanently mounted in the car, that's going to be difficult to do. We're going to take a look at that this time on the Black Hills and Eastern Railroad. So as I got started editing video on this project, it occurred to me that it might be fun to break this up into 3 equal parts. In this first video, I'll show you how I disassembled the ballast car, got the load out, and got started building it back up. So the first thing that needs to happen here is we need to get these loads out of here. You'll notice that there's a this load here is molded in with a panel that goes up underneath the I don't know what you call those, crossover panels, or if that's part of the original car's roof, that's representing a covered hopper that was cut down to be a ballast car. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm going to on these ends here, they're open on the top, and you can insert a flat bladed X-Acto knife in there and pry up on those and pry those loose. There's just a little bit of glue in there, but still be gentle. And also, you know, be careful of your fingers too. So again, just a little bit of glue in there, and they pop right off. And same with the A end. And set those aside in a safe place. I like to use a yogurt cup for all my small parts so they don't go wandering off. And you got to be careful of these detail parts that stick up over the roof of the car here now. That roof piece was protecting the brake wheel up here, and that I guess there's support legs that you need to be careful of now. So I'm going to insert this chisel blade down in between there and pry just a little bit. And it does come out. Probably do the same on the other side just to make sure that comes loose. We're not too concerned about the actual end of the load there, the piece of plastic, that gray that's not representing the load. That's going to be waste product. I think I'll continue to pry from that end. That's how we're going to be. Nope. Fell back in there. So in this particular car, I ended up prying just from this end, from the B end, and we'll break the glue loose from in there very carefully. It appears that we have some differing levels of the amount of glue that's been used from car to car. The other one was a bit easier. And then you see the inside of the car here, which is not completely undesirable, but we'll have to do a little bit of cleanup on that in order to make that somewhat more presentable when it's not running in a load. That's actually what you're seeing there is the unpainted space. So now we have, and then I don't know why they'd even paint inside there, because with the load in, nobody'd ever see that. and then weights down the bottom of the car, or the hopper bottoms of the car here. So now we have the 2 loads free, and I have got a little mini miter box. I think this was probably a Micromark purchase from a very long time ago. I've had this for an exceptionally long time. And I've got a razor saw here that I am going to cut the ends down on these ballast loads so that they clear underneath of those crossover platforms, these crossover platforms, when we put them back on the top of the car. So I'm just going to set the ballast load down there and then cross cut I'm going to cross cut on the ballast load to remove that little flat piece that doesn't really represent anything aside from holding the ballast load in the car. So I'm going to hit these with a little file, maybe not such a little file, but kind of my object is just to round off those corners and make it so there's not any burrs on there anymore. So I'm hitting the ends of I'm hitting the corners and the ends of these ballast loads that we just cut, where we actually did the cuts with a file. And probably the purpose for that is to make them a little bit more easily to insert and remove from the car, and just to knock down any burrs that aren't going to look good on there. Okay, so I guess that'll wrap up for filing and cleaning up. We're on to painting. Thanks for watching, you guys. Hit that like button if you liked our content here. Leave us a comment, subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next one.